Hi, I'm Chris Froome and welcome to The Ride.
Hey, Tim here from The Ride, and we're here with Toby from Shimano, and we have, what would you call this, an experience?
We call this the Shimano Experience Project. So it's basically a mobile showroom for the Shimano brand where we can show our latest products at events all around the country.
So you take this nationwide, it's not just set on the East Coast, you can take it anywhere it needs to go?
Yeah, so we go to a lot of events every year, usually about a dozen events. It's usually on average about one every month. But yeah, we go to Ironman, this year we had the Mountain Bike World Championships in Australia, so we took it up to Cairns. And here we are in beautiful Bullocks Flat today. So yeah, we go all over the country. The purpose of this is to show off what Shimano is really good at. So we're showcasing the latest products that we have. And at the moment, there's a big focus for us on obviously on road disc. So in the entranceway, we've got two road disc bikes. So I can show you those quickly if you want. This one's a little bit different to production because it actually has non-production wheels on it. These wheels were made for neutral support wheels before we started making road disc wheels. So we actually had to support riders at the Tour Down Under at the start of the year when we didn't actually have a road disc wheel available. So these were made, they're one-offs from the factory, but the rest of the bike is production. So it's got the latest group set, Dura-Ace hydraulic discs. And then on the other side over here, we've got one of Australia's, I guess, most famous frame builders, Darren Baum, one of his new bikes with the Ultegra hydraulic DI2 group set on it. This is setup that demonstrates the synchro shift system. So a lot of people aren't familiar with how synchro works. So it's a new feature that was introduced with the Dura-Ace 9100 or 9150 group set. Basically, the easiest way to think of it is it's like the next gear. So instead of you having to think about shifting the front derailleur or shifting the rear derailleur, basically you've got the next gear available to you. So you press the button, it goes to the next gear.
Yeah.
So I guess it's shown graphically how that pattern of shifting works. You can actually modify that within the eTube software, so you can customize the way that it shifts. This one's set up on a TT bike, but it's the same setup on a road setup as well.
We've had the opportunity to give this a go. I've not actually got it on my bike, I'm still running the older version, but it's surprising how intuitive it actually becomes, especially I found after dark when you're commuting and doing things like that, where you're not actually watching your gears. Just having that next gear, like you say, is fantastic.
Yeah,
it's fantastic.
I also think that like a lot of us who ride a lot assume, well, we already know how it works, but there's a lot of people, particularly at Ultegra level, with DI2 there, that don't necessarily think about things in the same way that we do. So I always think of this, how would my wife like this system? And for her, she's often asking me, I'm getting to the hill, should I be doing the front derailleur now, or should I do the front derailleur later? Whereas this one's like, well, you just press it and it goes to the next gear. And press it, it goes to the next gear. It doesn't matter about the front derailleur at all. So yeah, it removes that thought process that a lot of people do get worried about, and particularly when you're tired or fatigued or been riding a long day, it's one less thing to consume your thoughts.
A quick note on the wheels. So you're talking about those wheels not having come out. I know that because I was looking to get myself a pair, especially in the disc.
Yeah. So we've just landed our first samples of the clincher disc wheels, so I would expect them to be about 4 weeks away before they're available on the market. So that's the Dura-Ace C40 and C60 clincher for discs, and they're going to be a really popular wheel. Yeah, full carbon, new rim shape, so very wide rim. Great feedback from the pros who've been racing on the tubular versions of those wheels, or the rim brake tubular versions. They really like the rim shape, they feel they're really fast. So yeah, clincher version of those, no alloy in the braking surface, obviously, because there isn't a braking surface because it's a disc wheel. So yeah, I think they're going to be really popular as wheels.
Great stuff. So Toby, what's your involvement here at L'Etape Australia?
Yeah, so we're here, I guess, in a similar role to what we would be at the Tour de France. So we're here in a support role. If riders have a problem either before the event or during the race, during the ride tomorrow, we'll be there to help them out. So we've got static stations on the side of the road, and we also have vehicles on the move with the waves of ride. Actually, I think they've got more support than they get at the Tour de France, because at the Tour de France they only have 4 team cars to support them, and they're going to have effectively 8 positions where we can help them from. So if they get a flat or break a chain or something goes wrong with their bike, we've got spare bikes on the cars, we've got spare wheels in the cars, and then obviously we've got mechanics sitting by the side of the road waiting, if someone has an issue while they're out there. So we're there to make sure that people have a great day, get to the finish line and enjoy the hard work they put in training.
Awesome. Well, hopefully I won't need your support tomorrow, but if I do, I'm sure you're going to be right there to help
We'll be
us
there.
along.
Don't
So
worry.
thank you very much.
All right, it's good to talk to you. Thanks for the opportunity.
Awesome. Thank
Cheers.
you. Don't know any of the roads at all. I am hellishly tired.